Let's get more on what moved the markets. We are joined by Bloomberg Equities reporter Stephanie Hughes. Stephanie, thanks very much for joining us. Winpak, the packaging company, got at least one downgrade that I saw.
Yeah, that's right, Andy. And happy Friday. You're talking about markets being at all-time highs. I'm going to be a party pooper and talk about a couple names that are in the red. So starting with Winpak, like you mentioned, that stock spent most of the day being the worst performer on the TSX after shares fell by nearly 7% at its lowest point, which also dragged the stock price to its lowest level since April. And that's because the company's second quarter revenue missed analyst estimates, the company being a packaging materials firm. Like you mentioned, the analyst reaction, we had BMO Capital Markets, analyst Stephen McLeod cut his price target on the firm, saying that volumes were below forecast due to just this general waning consumer demand in packaging more broadly. But on the positive side, they did say that they expect volume growth sequentially in the back half of the year as product capacity tends to improve. But with the downgrade, we did see National Bank Financial downgrade the company to a sector perform rating from an outperform rating. That's like moving a company to a hold from a buy rating. So we had a downgrade, we had a price target cut. Clearly, analysts weren't particularly excited about the results this time around, and neither were the shareholders. You can see that reflected in the share price today, Andy.
Yeah, it's fascinating that you would think that'd be an old reliable one, but it's going to work. It's going to be vulnerable to swings in the economy. Teck Resources taking another kicking today.
That's true. Yeah, third day of declines from last time I checked, and another underperformer. Also spent some time at the bottom of the worst performers list on the TSX. Falling by over 5%, similar to Winpak, lowest stock levels since April, and also similar to Winpak, it's because of a second quarter revenue miss, falling short of what analysts were hoping to see. But not only that, they also cut their copper production guidance for the year. So basically, the top end of their production range went from 565,000 down to 525,000. So that's about the most that they expect to produce as far as copper goes. This prompted multiple analyst downgrades and price target cuts across different shops like CIBC, Canaccord, RBC, and others. That said, National Bank Financial's Shane Nagle and his team said that they see this weakness as perhaps something of a buying opportunity as the markets look out for more product ramp up or capacity ramp up at the Quebrada Blanca mine. So I should note that, you say taking another kicking, Teck Resources shares are down about 20% so far this year. So It's been a bit of a rough run for the miner, Andy.
Stephanie, we were just talking to a guest who favors United Airlines, and I remarked that I hate flying. I hate the lineups and the delays and the announcements and the cramped conditions.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you enjoy flying?
I enjoy the destination more than the traveling.
Yeah.
It is very like the rigmarole, the getting through security. It's a chore. Bring a book and then you can just kind of zone everything else out, and then you're there before you know it. It's kind of like fast traveling.
Bring a book. Although I have been known to try reading a book in the lineup, and that irritates my wife in the lineup. She'd rather I was more present. Stephanie, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks.
Stephanie Hughes.
Have a great weekend.
Of YouTube. Stephanie Hughes of Bloomberg.